So welcome back to some more Pokemon Scarlet, the Indigo Disc, where last time we finally finished off our legendary catching spree by going after two new Paradox Pokemon, Raging Bolt and Gouging Fire. I almost flipped the two adjective names. It's fine. And this time, we have come back to Kitakami. I don't know why I went over here. I kind of wanted to go to Masui Town first. I guess I could just fly on over there, but I've come back to Kitakami because there are things I missed. I don't know why I missed this or how. And it's actually thanks to a person I've been watching on YouTube that got reminded of this. Now, we did do the bulwark of all of Kitakami besides going after a shiny Munchlax in the whole what the crap's the minigame called? I can't remember. It's that meaningless that I'm not even gonna go after that Munchlax. There's no point in doing that. I do not care enough for that stupid Munchlax. Now, if you're following along and you have the item for the epilogue of this game, be careful, because this place is where you activate that item. So just be careful of that. Actually, I'm going to save just in case if it somehow activates here. I know it's not supposed to be here, but a thing I never came back and done was I never talked to Grandma here. I was cleaning out one of the warehouses when I found these. I'm not sure what to do with them. Do you think you could take them off my hands? Festival Jinbei White and Gray and Festival Jinbei Deep Blue. Neither Carmine or Kieran fit the size anymore. I know the colors may match my grandson's Jinbei, but don't worry, they aren't hand-me-downs. They're practically brand new. So, yeah, what do you say? With those two gone, the whole house just feels so quiet. I wonder when they'll be back next. Probably for holidays. So, if you're wondering, those Jinbei outfits are basically Carmine and Kieran's from when we were doing the Teal Mask DLC. That's what they were wearing when they went on into the mask ceremony thing, whatever it was called, the Festival of Masks. Another thing too, and since we're heading back up here, I never realized this. For some reason, I always thought that Kitakami was kind of in between Paldea and Kalos. That is not the case at all. You want to know where we are? We're kind of in a middle land area between Johto and Kanto. It explains why there's a lot of Johtonian and Kantonian Pokemon here, like Weezing and Geodude, and okay, Duskull is a bad example, but yeah, Houndour. That's why there's a lot of Gen 2 and Gen 1 Pokemon out here. We're in between Johto and Kanto, so it's kind of cool. It's not like dead center in between the two. It's like a land near them. It's weird. I don't exactly know where, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that we're in a completely different region, and it's not even Johto or Kanto. It's neither. It's just kind of its own thing. So you're probably wondering, why am I going up the rugged path once again? For dramatic effects? Sure. I guess you could say that. There is... Okay, this is way too long. Okay, it's right up here. Never mind. I was going to say, this is taking way too long to get up there. Now that we have beaten the Indigo Disc, there is something quite special. Oh, I want to mention the Jinbei thing first. I am leaving a special shout out to a person named Nutch. He's actually a really good YouTuber. I highly recommend watching his stuff. I don't know. I've been kind of watching his stuff on the side, and it's been very entertaining. So that is where I learned about that. So credits to him. His link will be in the description below. So now that we're back up here, you're probably wondering, why the hell are we back up here? Well, now that we have Terapagos, there is something very interesting. Bring out Terapagos. Also, you're level 85. Jesus. And, oh my god, why is there so many Pokemon spawning? I'm just gonna squeeze on by all y'all Slugmas and Duskulls and Chinglings and Litwicks and Weezings. Yeah. Once you have caught Terapagos, and you come back to the spring here, something beautiful might happen. Well now, this is a curious development. Have I somehow broken through the boundaries of space-time? And who are you? Professor? Have we met? If so, I'm sorry, but I don't seem to recall it. I am Professor Seda. I research Pokémon in Area Zero, and yet... Hi. What? This Pokémon? Is this the Winged King? We call him Koraidon. Is that right? So its name is Koraidon. That's a good name. From the clues you've already let slip, I suppose I would have to conclude. From your perspective, I must have come from the past. Though, of course, the complexities of space-time are beyond count. It's possible our encounter might not even be occurring in a timeline connected to my own. Perhaps this meeting is nothing more than a fleeting miracle. Why don't we exchange as much useful data as we can in what little time that fate has gifted us? Game gives you a chance to save. Or not. Wait, what is the point of this? Besides lagging the hell out of the game. Can I leave? Oh, oh, okay, this is my chance to talk to okay, sorry, I had to test the waters here. Hi, Koraidon. So you were called the Winged King, huh? Hey, Seda. Is there anything you would like to ask me? Why are you here? I don't precisely know the cause. I was analyzing some recent data in my secret lab at one moment, and the next I was standing here before you. Perhaps this is the influence of the crystal Pokemon that lies dormant in that place. Or perhaps the cause lies with you and I. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? What are you studying now? I am researching methods to catch Pokemon that live in different timelines, so I might transport them to the present day in my own timeline. It sounds fantastical, no doubt, but I am drafting plans now for a machine that may achieve it. You see, this book captured my imagination when I read it as a child and has never let go. But progress has been slow and beset my failures. I haven't left my lab in quite some time now. I desperately hoped I might glean some new insight from this conversation, so I could finally make some progress and return home. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? What about your family? Oh, you even wish to know about my private life? I do have family. A son. He's probably at home right now. Well, no, I suppose right now could be inaccurate. Whenever and wherever he is, I imagine he must be quite lonely. Now, let us trade places in this exchange. I'd say the time has come for my own questions. What is this place? It doesn't appear to be anywhere in Paldea. This is the land of Kitakami. So we're at Kitakami's crystal pool, eh? I remember reading about it in certain texts. It's said to be a place where water wells up from the ground, imbued with terrestrial energy. It would seem I have been shifted quite far in both space and time. My next question, then. That Pokemon you have, the Winged King, I mean, Koraidon. Tell me more about it. You can ride it all over the place, hence the name. It's a precious partner to me. Essentially our 7th team member. Yes, well, your personal attachment to the creature has no meaningful relevance to the... forgive me. Perhaps that was rude. Yeah, it was. That book you have there. I don't recognize its cover. What is it? The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Would you let me see that for just a moment? Aren't we gonna break the rules of time and, descriptions of the Area Zero underdepths? And a record of Terrapagos' awakening. Who is this Briar to have written such a work? She's a descendant of Heath. Now isn't that something? A descendant of the author of the original Scarlet book. Exploration runs in the family, I see. At any rate, that is a book that would ignite the imagination of any true scientist. I'm sorry, but I must simply have the time to read this book more thoroughly. Oh, the mist is closing in once again. I assume that means our time is near its end. I wish I could spend longer getting to know the Winged King, but I must hurry. That book, I imagine it must be quite valuable. It wouldn't feel right for me to claim it without offering you any recompense? I don't know how to say that word. Recompense, whatever. In exchange then, though I hate to part with something so precious to me, would you consider trading me that book for my copy of the Scarlet book? You don't have a choice. Effective trades. A record of an expedition, Jesus, to the great crater of Paldea, given to you by Professor Seda. The book has the name Seda written on it in clumsy handwriting. I appreciate this more than you can imagine. Perhaps I should take this chance to go home and enjoy a bit of downtime with a good book. This is where we part, fellow adventurer and Winged King. How lucky we were to meet across space and time. I bid you adieu. You're forced back to the title screen, and now the Scarlet book is on the table. Does this really do anything? Not really. But I think it's such a cool little hidden secret that you get to interact with Professor Seda before she was ever AI bot. We're also back in Mesagoza for some reason. I don't really want to be here, but I just want to show that. The Scarlet book does nothing for you at all. It literally doesn't do anything. But that interaction is only available if you got Terapagos and all that, so I just really wanted to show that. I think it's a really cool little tidbit. It was completely secret. When people found this out, it was kind of crazy. So, yeah, they made no mention of this little event at all. So, all it does is it permanently changes the title screen of your game. That's all it does. So, I guess we can start getting into something quite elongated. First of all, let's head back. I want to talk to Snacksworth. I can't Right, I'm inside of a dorm. Oh my god. I'll meet you guys on outside. That is annoying. Okay. I want to head back all the way to Blueberry Academy. We're gonna go talk to Snacksworth. So, now that we've gotten every legendary, what do you have to say? You don't say anything new. Wait, that's it? That's all you say? What? That's... Screw you. You don't give me anything for catching all that crap? Man, you suck. Alright, whatever. Screw you, Snacksworth. Okay. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. Can you just... Can anybody agree with me that he kind of looks like Tanaka from Persona? Like, I know he's like whiter and not nearly as tanned, but he reminds me of Tanaka. I'm sorry. He would be like the next host of Tanaka's Amazing Commodities, just saying. I want to head back into the League Club room. Now. Okay, so it's these three. Okay, interesting. So, we're going to start getting into the fight stuff of this journey. And by that, I mean, I'm going to explain the special coaches. Also, we have, oh, right, we have all the, okay, I could do these then. Never mind. Okay. So, let's get some stuff. Let's, I kind of wish I changed my, it's fine. Okay. Let's do some things. I'm going to spend all my BP getting useless shit that does not matter for the entire game. Filbert. Man, your parents must have hated you. I'm sorry. Alright, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry for anybody who's actually named Filbert. That's, yeah. I love you, at least. If you're named Filbert. I guess. I don't know. I'm kidding. I am absolutely kidding. Classic and futuristic. Man, it kicks you out every single time. Why? Alright, we can get the Decadence. At least I can say that word. So, expand the options. Beautiful. And, okay, that's it of that. So, let's get ourselves a smart speaker. And along with that, the whole biodiversity thing, I am not going to bother with it. I've told you what Pokemon comes from each of those. If you need to look it up, there are guides out there that tells you what starters come from what places. So, just don't worry about it. The only one I'd be worried about is Chespin. Oh my god, there's a lot of albums. Keep in mind that even though it's technically in the polar biome, you have to have the canyon, but I think that's how it goes. It's one of these two. If not, just grab both of them. It gets really annoying with that. So I'm going to quickly go and buy all these albums, because there's something kind of cool that I want to show with all of these. So, the music player inside of the BP League room thing allows you to change the music inside this place and not have to be constantly this theme. Because honestly, this theme kind of gets annoying after a while, so... Let's grab ourselves the famous destinations. And these are kind of cool. They're pretty cool references to things, so... Alright, let's see. Another one is the Kitakami album. Thanks for sending that BP from Allegro. That's a great name. For those who don't know what Allegro is, that's a musical... Was it? I think that's not notation, but it's a musical term. It's a Latin word. I don't remember what it means in music. My old band director would kill me if he heard that, but yeah, no, I do not remember what Allegro means. I think it means go slightly faster? Somewhere, I think my old band director just had an aneurysm. Anyway, let's change our room. Let's contribute. It's pretty expensive. Thank you for supporting. So, let's go something gorgeous. Because I think this is the coolest one. Look at that. We got ray tracing in here now. And another weird thing, you can send out your Pokemon in here. Why? I don't know. There's nothing you can attack. But yeah, this place is super shiny. They really glossed up the room. And another thing is the speaker. So, we can change the Academy Life. This changes the music to any of the biomes. Outdoor Adventure changes it depending on the province and the desert for some reason. Town Tunes can change it to some of the town themes in different areas. Famous Destinations. So you could do Messagoza, Cascarafa, Lavencia, Asado Desert, and Casaroya Lake. Kitakami. You could do the Land of Kitakami's theme, Matsui Town, or the Festival of Masks theme. The one I'm curious about. Check the special songs. The opening act, which I believe is just the intro sequence. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's, okay, I know who that is. That's the Electric Gym Leaders thing. You got the interview. And these two special ones, Castelia City, which is from Black and White, or Castelia City. I've always called it Castelia. I don't know why I called it Castelia. And Jubilee Village. This is the one from Legends Arceus. So I think for specialness, we're going to keep it Castelia City. Hopefully Black and White remakes got announced from the Pokemon Direct, because this is still taking place before the Pokemon Direct. I'm really going to eat those words if that's not the case. So, you're probably wondering, what else can we do here now? We've done everything from the BP thing besides biodiversity. I do not really give a shit about the biodiversity of all those. You got some of the BP, or the BB League members here. And this allows us to do something quite special. We're going to be rematching these guys. Now, Only 3 of them at a time can show up in this room. They change, I believe, every single day. Usually it's just Crispin, Lacey, and Drayton here for me. I don't know with Amaris, but yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to do this right now. I just now remembered something I never took care of. Head to the central... Right, we're in a dorm. Crap. Okay. I forgot about something. I did say this was going to kind of be cleanup before we start taking care of fights, so good thing I checked that before I went and did this. Let's go to the terrarium. But what I was getting into is that you can rematch each of the BB League members. You can do that. They do have tougher Pokemon, and honestly, I can't find any source that mentions what their team has and what's changed, if anything has changed. Their levels have been jacked up to, I believe, 85. 85 is the max. So... Again, I'll try to look more into that off screen. I hope I can find stuff. Otherwise, we're just going to have to wing it. But this lady, sweet, sweet synchronization. Ah, the euphoria of synchronization. Oh, hello there. My name is Sinclair. I'm quite the outstanding researcher, you know. Would you like to help me out in participating in an amazing experiment I'm working on? Sure. That's the spirit. Let's head over to the test area then. You'll need to have a Pokemon out of its ball for this experiment. Just let me know when you're ready. Who do I want to have out? We've used Charge Ball way too much. Let's go with Preyas. Are you ready to help me out? Yes. That's the spirit. Let's get this started then. Synchronize. Your mind and feelings are now synchronized with those of your Pokemon. Now that you're all synced up, your Pokemon will move as directed by your thoughts. Let's start with a movement test. There's a tree in front of your Pokemon. Try moving over there. We are controlling our Pokemon. Why do you run like that? Ah, yes, you're so in sync. I am not the band. I was able to get some very useful data from that session. Thank you so much. Here's a little something for your trouble. 3 rare candy. That's pointless. You really have a talent for this. Would you mind sticking around for just one more experiment? It'd be a bit more work than the last one, but I'll give you something really nice afterward. Okay. Since we walked around as Preyas, let's go with Kaiju. Why not? It'd be fun to run around as Kaiju. Are you in the mood to help me with my amazing experiment? Come on out, Kaiju. Alright, here we go. Synchronize. Your mind and feelings are synchronized with those Pokemon of yours once again. Since this is your second time synchronizing, you should be able to do all sorts of things. So let's begin the battle test. Try taking on some of the other Pokemon in the area. Oh my god, you are slow. Oh no, I made a mistake. Oh no. Kaiju, you are so slow, buddy. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh god, at least it's only 3. Can you move any faster? No. Get over here. No, come back. Come back. Geodude, please come back. Oh, this is a mistake. You can also pick up items as your Pokemon. Right, get your ass over here. Yeah. This was a mistake. Man, if I knew Kaiju was this slow. Why are you moving so slow? Kill that Geodude. Alright, get over here, dearling. Do not run away from me. Yeah. Godzilla monster. Ah, yes. You've got the best synchronization I've ever seen. I'm sure someone with your talent could put this amazing invention to good use. Synchro Machine. A device that synchronizes your mind and feelings with your Pokemon so that you can work as one. It's still a prototype, hence its unrefined appearance. It's still a prototype, so its design may look a little uninspiring, but you can use it to synchronize whenever you want. Try it out with lots of different Pokemon. you can work in sync with the Pokemon that you have walking around with you. Hold down the L button and press the R button to begin synchronizing. Just remember that it only works in the terrarium. Which kind of sucks, but hey, that is what it is. So, this has really cool implications. For one, people use this to shiny hunt. Instead of constantly getting into random battles by accident, when you're in this mode, you cannot get into fights. Only the Pokemon you're controlling can. So, it helps out a lot with shiny hunting. Another thing, though. Let's pull out Lugia. So, we're going to demonstrate this a little bit. Hey, Lugia, how you doing? Just going to hold... Why can I not use it now? There we go. So, there's really no limit of where you could go with this. And you could do this with practically any Pokemon. So, it's really cool. It's really, really cool. Now, here's the only bad thing. When you quit syncing, you do go back to where you were. But still, this is just cool, man. Well, Lugia is kind of a bad example of this. There's something I want to kind of show. Let's stop using the Synchro Machine. Lugia looks really cool in this game, by the way. Alright, I want to go to higher ground. Let's head, like, up here. So yeah, as I said, you could do this with any Pokemon in the game. It doesn't really do anything else besides allow you to play as your Pokemon. And honestly, I think it's so cool. There's seldom times where you ever get to control your own Pokemon. It's either giving commands to them or making them go into the Let's Go mode. The only chances we really get to play as Pokemon is in spin-offs, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or if you're talking about Pokemon Conquest, man, that's a reference, jeez. Alright, this should be high enough. Now, bad thing is, you can only do this in the terrarium, so that kinda sucks, but... I want to swap off of Lugia. The one I want to show, which I think is the coolest, yeah, there you are, is Rayquaza. Send out Rayquaza. And synchronize. I said synchronize. Because you keep the height that you're at. Now you can't fly. Maybe you can. I don't know if you can fly, but this just allows you to just kind of fly around as whatever you have. I think I am slowly drifting down, but oh, you can also shoot bubbles. Why? I don't know. But like, isn't this just cool? Just fly around as a Rayquaza. I don't know the exact controls. I don't know if you can rise up or not. You can attack in the air. It's just cool, man. Yeah, we are definitely sinking, but it's fine. So yeah, again, you can do this with any Pokemon in the game as long as, well, they're part of the games that are allowed in Scarlet and Violet. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to quit syncing. And this can be kind of gimmicky too with where you can do it. As you saw, it's kind of just odd of where you can do it, but I didn't show this off because it really is just a side thing. There's no reason to use this whatsoever besides shiny hunting. I guess it can be helpful if you're trying to grind Pokemon up too, but otherwise, yeah, it's kind of cool in that regard. And yeah, that's all of the little cleanup I want to go and take care of. We only have some last few things with the Indigo Disc before we head on into our final journey of the epilogue. So, next time on Pokemon Scarlet, the Indigo Disc, we're going to be starting off with a lot of fights. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.